Very good morning to all of you. Student, you're the most welcome in DSS online English class as well as in the new session. So student, you have taken the experience of the class 7th, but now you are in class 8 and the courses and syllabus and entirely thing will be changed. Why this will be changed? Because your class is increased now and you are now in class 8. So it's obvious that you have to be more attentive and more careful for this. And before starting our syllabus and the classes, it is necessary to aware you that what preparation is needed for your next class, that means class 8. And for that, at first you should know about your course, about your chapter and about the content what you have to study. So, myself, Dharmendra sir, your English teacher, and I will teach you your English literature as well as English grammar. So, I am going to express here the first book, Honeydew. Honeydew is your first book and there are a lot of things which is given and you have to study. That the first chapter is the best Christmas present in the world. This is your first chapter and the chapter gives you a summary or analytical views on a lady who wait for his best Christmas present and what the present she gets. This is the mystery and you have to, for this, you have to study the chapter. So student, the first chapter and along with the first chapter, a poem is mentioned, The Ant and the Cricket. This is a very interesting poem and it gives you a lot of fun as well as the knowledge, the moral knowledge, what you have to do in your life. Now the second, the tsunami. Tsunami, you know that, all of you know, tsunami is a disaster. The disaster, natural disaster, and what disaster occurred in Odisha, we will study in the chapter, and along with the chapter we have to study geography lesson. It is also belongs to the geographical surface or geographical area, what things is mentioned. This is very interesting. Now third, glimpses of the past. Student, you know that the culture and the history of India is very vast and it is not possible that we can study in a simple or a single chapter. But this chapter, Glimpses of the Past, gives you a summary or a brief knowledge about the various events or various historical happening, what happened in earlier. So it's very important to know your country and its history. And along with this, Macavity the Mystery Cat. Macavity the Mystery Cat, this is a poem which is given along with the chapter. Now, Vipin Chaudhary, Lapse of Memory. Vipin Chaudhary, Lapse of Memory, it's a story that gives you fun. That means there is not a moral, but it's a fun that how a person lapses memories and then how can recover his memories. Now, the summit within. The summit within, that means this is the things which, so, 1 second man. The summit within gives you understanding understanding of what capability, what willpower, and what the things should have a person that a person make his life successful. So it is important not for your concerning classes but for your moral increasement also. That student, it means here ना कि आपके पास बहुत सारी स्टेमिना है, बहुत सारे पावर्स हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो आपको लाइफ में आपको बहुत ऊंचाइयों पर ले जा सकती है. वो समिट आपके अंदर है. समिट दैट मीन्स क्या? टॉप. एक टॉप है, टॉप ऑफ द वेलिंग्स आपके अंदर है, वो आपको काफी ऊंचाइयों तक ले जा सकता है. बट टू गेट दिस थिंग्स यू हैव टू रिकॉग्नाइज व्हाट द टॉप इज गिवन इनसाइड यू आर विद इन योर विल पावर. दैट इज द चैप्टर. सो स्टूडेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर और बहुत ही मोरल चैप्टर है जो आपको एक इंस्पिरेशन देता है दैट यू कैन डू एनीथिंग व्हाट यू वांट टू अचीव. फॉर दैट यू हैव some concentration on your work, what task you are taking in your hand. Now the schoolboy, it's a fun, it's a poem and it's written for the fun. That means एक स्कूल बॉय जो होता है वो कैसे स्कूल जाते समय कौन कौन सी चीजों को फील करता है, क्या क्या समझता है. दिस इज द गिवन इन दिस चैप्टर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर you have to study, will describe next. This is a fiction. Fiction that means a short story, a small piece of a story. This is Jodi's Fawn and the Duck and the Kungar. This is the poem which is given along with this chapter. It's a humorous poem and it's a fiction that makes you a lot of fun while you are studying this chapter. Now, a visit to Congress. This is a biography. You can say that this is a short biography. This is a short biography, and in this chapter we have to study when I set out for Leonesis. That means this is a chapter. This is the chapter, and this is the poem which we have to study. In this chapter, we will study that when a scientist who goes to the Congress and what he feels there, this event is described in this chapter. And when I set out for learning this chapter just like this, that means when the poet goes to a certain place which name is Leonesis and what he feels there, this is described. Now chapter 8, a short monsoon diary. A short monsoon diary. It's also very important because diary writing is an art. In your next class, that means class 9, you have to study that what is the proper means of diary writing and why it's important. This is your syllabus. This is your content which you have to study diary writing. That means आप जानते हो ना कि बहुत सारे लोगों की आदत होती है that they used to write daily event in a certain paragraph or a certain piece of paper that is known as a diary. And diary is personal, with whom I share our personal feelings and keep secret our feelings with it. That means diary क्या होती है ना, एक बहुत ही सेक्रेट चीज होती है जो हमारी चीजों को सीक्रेट रखती है, किसी को बताती नहीं है. And on the grasshopper and cricket, this is a very humorous poem which gives you a lot of fun. The Great Stone Face. This chapter is written in two parts, the part 1 and the part 2. So it's a long chapter and the last chapter of your book was Honeydew. And in this chapter we will study that how a mountain gives a resemblance, the face of a person who used to live in earlier age, and why this mystery is solved. For this we have to study. That means अगर मैं अभी बता दूं तो वो एक क्या होता है ना, जो लिटरेचर थ्रिलिंग देती है वो खत्म हो जाता है. इसलिए चैप्टर पढ़ते समय हम उस मिस्ट्री को समझेंगे. एंड नाउ द student, this is the great problem, great problem which is seen while you are preparing your notes. That means I am giving here some tips that how can you prepare your notes, and when I complete a single chapter or the chapter 1, and after this you have to write word meaning, summary, web chart and the given exercises of the chapter, and then I will give you a date. On that day you will have to come to the school with your copy for checking and for marking. So how can you prepare your notes? Let's see. Students, for that you have to purchase 3 copies. 3 copies. First for honeydew, second for supplementary, and the third one for your grammar. For honeydew, you have to write at first here the chapter name, then make a flowchart if that necessary in this chapter. A flowchart means, what the means of flowchart? Flowchart means graphical representation of the chapter. मतलब एक ग्राफ के थ्रू हम उस चैप्टर को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं कि वो चैप्टर में कहना क्या चाहता है राइटर, और राइटर कहना क्या चाहता है। इस चीज को हम फ्लो चार्ट में दिखाते हैं। देन वर्ड मीनिंग्स, देन if the necessary, then write the summary of the chapter, then question and answer which is given. That means you can say abstract questions means what? Abstract question means the question which is picked out from the paragraph. एक पैराग्राफ के इनसाइड से 3-4 क्वेश्चन बना लिए जाते हैं, उन्हें हम एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्वेश्चन कहते हैं। तो you have to write abstract question in the given paragraph. Now answer of the given question, which is given in your लास्ट ऑफ द चैप्टर। जो चैप्टर के लास्ट में दिए गए क्वेश्चंस होते हैं उनके आंसर्स को आपको राइट करने हैं। एंड देन लास्ट में अदर एक्टिविटीज, some other activities also given in the last of the chapter, and you have to complete these things also in the copy of supplementary. Yeah, you can write in honeydew also. After end of the chapter, you can write these things in your honeydew's notebook. And then after this, when these things have been completed, then you inform me and I will give you a date. On that day, your copy will be checked. Have you got the complete narration of this book and how to prepare the notes? If you have any doubt, student, you can call me personally to ask what the meaning of this, sir, and how can I prepare my notes, sir. I will explain it very carefully, and by the guidance, you will get a very satisfactory advances in your copywriting. So student, I hope so that you got the synopsis or the complete content of the chapter honeydew. Now we will discuss about your supplementary. And after this, we will start the chapter. Okay, student? Thank you for watching me.